Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. चलो पुरीं विहाय भगता उपरुधो भुजंगमः तातम् एवानुपुरी विशीना प्रकृतिं गता पुरीं विहाय। अरे हाँ किधर गया माइक, किधर गया माइक दे दो। पुरीं विहायोपगता आरूढ़ो भुजंगमः तदा तमेवानुपुरी यथा तम एवानुपुरी हीना प्रकृतिं गता पुरीं विहायोपगता उपरूढो भुजंगमः तदा तम एवानुपुरी विषीणा प्रकृतिं गता। पुरीं विहायोपगता उपरूढो भुजंगमः
यदा तमेवानुपुरी विषीणा प्रकृतिं गता पुरीं विहायोपगता उपरूढो भुजंगमः यदा तमेवानुपुरी विषीणा प्रकृतिं गता पुरीं विहायोपगता उपरुद्ध भुजंगमः यदा तम एवानुपुरी विषीण प्रकृतिं गता।
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा। छोटा वाला हरे कृष्णा। Purim, the city, Vihaya, having given up, Upagataha, gone out, Uparudaha, arrested, Bhujangamaha, the serpent, Yada, when, Tam, him, Eva, certainly, Anu, after, Puri, the city, Vishina, scattered, Prakritim, matter, Gata, turn into. The serpent, which had already been arrested by the soldiers of Yavana Raja and was out of the way, out of the city, began to follow the master along with the others. As soon as they all left the city, it was immediately dismantled and smashed to dust. Yes, purport?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. When the living entity is arrested, all his followers, namely the life air, senses and sense objects, immediately leave the lump of matter, the body. When the living entity and his companions leave, the body no longer works, but turns into basic material elements, earth, water, fire, air and ether. When a city attacked by enemies is vacated by its inhabitants, the enemy immediately takes advantage of that city and bombards it to smash the whole thing to dust. When we say, "Dust thou art, and unto dust thou shalt return," we shall refer to the body. When a city is attacked or bombarded by enemies, the citizens generally leave and the city ceases to exist. It is a foolish person who engages in improving the condition of a city without caring for the citizens or inhabitants. Similarly, a living entity who is not properly enlightened in spiritual knowledge simply takes care of the external body, not knowing that the spirit soul is the principal factor within the body. When one is advanced in spiritual knowledge, the spirit soul is saved from eternal transmigration. The Bhagavatam considers those who are attached to their bodies to be like cows and asses, sa eva gokaraha. The cow is very innocent animal and the ass is a beast of burden. One who labors under the bodily conception simply works like an ass and does not know his self-interest. It is therefore said, Yasyatma buddhi kuna pitridhatuke swadhihi kalatradishu bhauma ijyadihi yattirtha buddhihi salilane karhichet janeshva abhigneshu sa eva gokaraha. A human being who identifies this body made of three elements with his self, who considers the byproducts of the body to be his kinsmen, who considers the land of birth worshipable, and who goes to a place of pilgrimage simply to take bath rather than meet men of transcendental knowledge there, is to be considered like an ass or a cow. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.84.13. Human civilization devoid of Krishna consciousness is simply a civilization of lower animals. Sometimes such a civilization may study the dead body and consider the brain or the heart. However, no part of the body is important unless the spirit soul is present. In a modern civilization of cows and asses, scientists try to search out some value in the brain or heart of a dead man. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
वीक्ष्यमानः प्रसभम् यवनेना बलीयसा नाविन्दत् तमसाविष्टः सखायं सुहृदं पुरः निष्क्रियमानः विक्षीयमानः being dragged prasabham forcibly yavanena by the yavanas baliyasa who was very powerful na avindat could not remember tamasa by darkness of ignorance avishtaha being covered sakhayam his friend suhridam always the well-wisher udaha from the very beginning. When King Puranjana was being dragged with great force by the powerful Yavanas out of his gross ignorance, he still could not remember his friend and the well-wisher, the super soul. Yes, Mataji, continue. Hare Krishna, purport. 1, 2.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In Bhagavad Gita 5.29, Lord Krishna says, Bhoktaram yagna tapasam sarva loka maheshwaram suhridam sarva bhutanam gnatva mam shantim richati. A person can be in full Krishna consciousness and become happy and satisfied if he knows but three things, namely that the Supreme Lord Krishna is the enjoyer of all benefits, that he is the proprietor of everything and that he is the supreme friend of all living entities. If one does not know this and functions instead under the bodily conception, he is always harassed by the tribulations offered by material nature. In actuality, the Supreme Lord is sitting by the side of everyone. Ishwaraha sarva bhutanam hrideshe arjuna tishtati. Sri Bhagavad Gita 18.61. The living entity and the Supreme Soul are sitting side by side in the same tree, but despite being harassed by the laws of material nature, the foolish living entity does not turn toward the Supreme Personality of Godhead for protection. However, he thinks that he is able to protect himself from the stringent laws of material nature. This, however, is not possible. The living entity must turn toward the Supreme Personality of Godhead and surrender unto him. Only then will he be saved from the onslaught of the powerful Yavana or Yamaraja. The word Sakyanam, friend, is very significant in these words because God is eternally present beside the living entity. The Supreme Lord is also described as Suhrudam, ever well-wisher. The Supreme Lord is always a well-wisher, just like a father or mother. Despite all the offenses of a son, the father and mother are always the son's well-wisher. Similarly, despite all our offenses and defiance of the desires of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Lord will give us immediate relief from all the hardships offered by the material nature if we simply surrender unto Him, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Unfortunately, due to our bad association and great attachment for sense gratification, we do not remember our best friend, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुमिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषाय शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। वृक्षमानः प्रसभम् यवनेन मलीयसा नाविन्दत्तमसाविष्टः सखायं सुहृदं पुरः। The king Puranjana was being dragged with great force by powerful Yavana. All of his great ignorance, out of his great ignorance, he still could not remember his friend and well-wisher, soul. Hare Krishna. Vasudeva, center. So, the friend. Even though the situation has become terrible, there can be no pain greater than the pain of death. If somebody understands that, he becomes very humble. People generally take shelter of the so-called scientist who are doing great tapasya, trying to understand the material nature and dabble with the nature. And they have some kind of a faith, they will save them. Oh, my scientist friend, save me. But we know that in Bhagavatam it is said, Prahlad Maharaj said, when somebody is neglected, look at this verse, somebody is neglected by the Lord, even though his father, mother want to protect him, even though the boat wants to protect him, even though the doctor wants to protect him, actually he has no protection. Prabhupada used to laugh. Such attempts to live forever were made in the history already by people like Hiranyakashipu, Ravana. We will go to heaven by a staircase. All these attempts have been made and it could not bring any result. They also were doing great tapasya to get such kind of a result. Some people think we will do some tapasya, find a way, we will not die. Even if you could live long, Prabhupada used to laugh, so many trees live for such a long time. What is the use? So in the modern society, not having any information about the soul, it has become a society of asses. So intelligent, such fools. Therefore Prabhupada quotes a famous verse, Yasyasa buddhi krunape tidhatuke. In Ayurveda, it is kapha pitta vayu, tri dhatuke. Or yasyasa buddhi, who has an intelligence like that. So the body is made of the three elements, that's all we are. He doesn't know there is something more. Swadhi kalatrādishu bhauma ichyatihi. His wife, his place of family, mera desh ka dharti, sona ugle. So much they think about the land of birth being so special. Therefore, very interesting thing is that the nationalism as such is not promoted in the Vedas. Patriotism, nationalism, which is so much undercurrent everywhere, not so much taken care of, so much not the focus. Yat tirtha buddhi salilena karhich. And then when you go to tirtha, they think, okay, I just take some nice bath. That's great. And then janeshu abhigneshu sa eva gokharaha. So you go to tirthas, not just to take a bath, it is auspicious to take bath in a holy place. But what is more powerful is taking association. We see that in the Bhagavad Gita, Mahatmya also it is there, that the Ganga emanates from the lotus feet of the Lord, therefore it is special. But if somebody hears Bhagavad Gita, he gets more benefit than just taking bath in the holy rivers. It says repeatedly one may take bath in the holy rivers, but he will take more benefit association. So the Lord is okay. Let us take this shloka first. That's very important. Thank you. You can all see this. Balasya neha sharanam pitarau narsimha. You can repeat.
Balasya neha saranam pitarau narsimha.
Nartasya chagadam udanvati majjato no. Setu pravetatuhu ya ihan jestas. Tavad vibhot anubhritam tvat upekshitanam. My Lord Narasimha, O Supreme, because of a bodily conception of life, embodied souls neglected by you, not cared by you, cannot do anything for their betterment. That means you may have all these things, a good scientist, you may have a good boat, you may have very good parents, but actually you are helpless. If they are neglected, if you are neglected by the Lord, you are finished. Somehow in personal life also, somebody neglects you, you feel very bad. Correct? He doesn't look at you also. Sorry, horrible. So, whatever remedies they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial, are certainly impermanent. For example, a father and mother cannot protect their child, a physician and medicine cannot relieve a suffering patient, and a boat on the ocean cannot protect a drowning man. Very beautiful. So try to meditate on this. Actually, we have no protection. Actually, we have only one friend, Krishna. And Prabhupada as an Acharya was always being embraced by the Supreme Lord because of his pure devotion. He's saying what is going on. Even the death has come. The unimaginable pain. His whole body is smashed. He's dragged out of the body. And whole city is destroyed. Where he lived is burned or whatever. And he's being dragged. Now he's going to see hell. Even in this condition, he doesn't want to remember his best friend, who's always helping him. At this time, if there was a smarana of the Lord, he'll not go to hell. Correct? At this time, if he just chants the name of the Lord, he'll not go to hell. And the Lord is there to guide him. Sometimes it happens, sometimes we feel somebody could be there to guide me, tell me what to do. There in your heart. But I will not approach him. No. I will not listen to him. No. You talk to him, no. See, all of us, we know what Srila Prabhupada has instructed. Now, you want to improve your surrender to Srila Prabhupada. Why don't you ask the Paramatma? How do I chant my rounds attentively? I'm simply thinking. Pray, please help me. True, the Paramatma represented external feature of the Paramatma, the great Acharya. Acharya is the external manifestation of the Paramatma, and he is assisted by gurus. So, the Paramatma is already manifested. So, you read the books, Bhagavad Gita. Krishna Paramatma has given the Bhagavad Gita. Why don't you read it? But I will not read. Because we feel something else is my best friend. Correct? And we are taking intense association. All day, they are doing survey how much time somebody spends on a mobile seeing the screen. It has now picked up to 6 hours a day. 6 hours on an average. Because he's the best friend. Please tell me. So, we are not able to understand the best friend is with me. Generally what happens is that we do not understand that my best well-wisher is available. It's not that the Paramatma is constantly available for us. Shri Radha Govinda ki is available, sitting in our heart. Anything you want is there. Just like you go to meet an important person, any important person you go to meet, there is a queue. Even you go to Tirupati Balaji, there is a queue. You have to wait for some time. But Paramatma sitting in the heart, he is by his power available in everybody's heart. And there is no queue there. Yeah? You go to somebody is very nice person, somebody very valuable person in this world, what happens? There will be a huge crowd. To meet him itself, talk to him, you may get half a second, 30 seconds, if you are lucky. But here, we have seen that some rich people, some politicians, there is a crowd behind them. When, there was this person, a Muslim king. So he sent he got very surprised. So why there is such a crowd around Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He said, we give charity, we distribute something, and a crowd of people are around us. We can understand. Why around Chaitanya Mahaprabhu there is such a big crowd? What is he giving? Correct? Was very bewildered. So the question is definitely, what is the Lord giving? But at the same time, even though his position is very unique, he is the benefactor and everything, still you have no queue, the first person sitting. And then is it that he says, I can give it 10 minutes, he has all the time. Isn't it unimaginable? Correct? He has all the time. Generally what happens when we are desiring something, it's not at all the time we have, we meet an important person, say, you meet the Prime Minister of India, he's coming to this place now, coming to this area. Anyway, So when you meet an important person, the most difficult thing will be what? To get appointment. And you get appointment, he will be just saying 2 minutes, 3 minutes, that's all. You know? After that he will say, okay. What do you say in Kannada? Aito. Huh? Aito means, you know. Enough. Thank you very much. But it's not like that. It's not like that. Not Aito. He's peacefully ready. He's peacefully ready, that he can spend unlimited time with you. Now this is what Srila Prabhupada is actually surprised. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita, it is another shloka, Samana Vrikshe Purusho Nimagna. This is quoted, not from Bhagavad Gita. We see in the 13th chapter, this shloka is quoted. There are two birds sitting on the same tree. Now one bird is busy with eating the fruits of the tree. Correct? He's running here and there, if I can eat the fruits of the tree. The other bird is, what is it doing? The other bird is?
Observing.
Observing. Very interesting. Other bird is observing what's happening. And even though we are attracted by the fruits of the tree, and we are jumping here, there, the other bird is just watching what's happening. What is his problem? Anna? That is the other bird in a great difficulty. And waiting patiently. And therefore Prabhupada is seeing the quotes of famous shloka, Bhoktaram. What is the shloka? Anybody can tell? Yes, online. Bhoktaram.
Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhrutim Sarvabhutanam Nyatva Mam Shantim Vichyati.
Yes, anybody else?
Bhoktaram Yatnatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Surhudam Sarvabhutanam Nyatva Mam Shantim Vichyati. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very good. Okay, so now Prabhupada is saying that actually people are so interested, in the body, they're interested in after death, in the brain. They have a limitation to understand that actually the DNA and all the genes that you tag only ends with the body. It has nothing to do with anything other than the body. Correct? Our mind, our consciousness, the Supreme Lord, just imagine what a world of ignorance the world is living in. And it is very nice said, some philosophers say, that if you are ignorant, it is bad. But what is very, very bad is that if you are ignorant and somebody gives you knowledge and you consider the knowledge to be foolishness, that's very, very bad. You got it? Just like you go to any individual, he is ignorant. He doesn't know what is Krishna consciousness. He doesn't understand any philosophy. It's bad. And you try to enlighten him, he thinks you are a fool. That's very, very bad. Now, what do you do then? Correct? In previous ages, you just imagine the people who are, suppose somebody who is carrying the truth with him, say Madhvacharya, he's carrying the truth with him. And he comes to, say, Mangaluru city, or he's come to, say Kulai. What is going to happen in those days, 800 years ago? They will complete shutdown of the whole city. People will stop whatever they are doing. And not one or two. The whole city will come to hear it. True? That was the culture. They know the importance. He is carrying the truth with him. But today, people do not know who is carrying the truth. Why? Prabhupada says, because Krishna is not inspired. Why will he inspire? They're distracted by sense gratification. Correct? What is the condition of the people? Distracted by sense enjoyment. So they do not know where is the truth. They do not know. And then what happens? They don't value. Okay, you may be in ignorance, but the enlightenment coming, somebody is carrying the truth. But people are not respectful. Then how do you preach? So this is actually the reality today of the society, very difficult position. And in this difficult position, and we are fortunate. Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Dadapi. We are very, very fortunate to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada and understand the truth. Correct? So in one sense, you are carrying the truth with you. See, the realization may be limited. Some people the realization is more, some people the realization is very limited. But this is clear that what is clear? That actually we are carrying the truth with us. Imagine what a fortunate position it is. Prabhupada says those who are intelligent, they catch this truth, which Bhagavad Gita reveals. So sometimes you feel, I got the truth. Correct? Now I walk. The whole world should listen. Actually it is true. People should listen, isn't it? Now you go to any town, you go to any crowded places, people should stop whatever they're doing. They should listen to you. Just like happened in other religions, they say some angel gave me the message, true? And then now you listen. They were going around, people listen, I got the message, please listen. That's what many preachers said. I got the message, and then please listen. And they're telling the message, and people are listening. But today, if you say like that, it is difficult. And they had to spread their message by cutting, killing only, because they could not answer questions of people. So if you have got some knowledge, some information, some truth with you, we should be able to explain, like Krishna was explaining. Krishna knows he is the Supreme Lord. He is himself the absolute truth. He knows he has a truth. Arjuna also knows he has a truth. He is confused what he should do, saying, Krishna, please instruct me. Krishna is smiling and he is explaining the truth. He is answering all kind of questions of Arjuna. Correct or not? So similarly, we have this opportunity. By the grace of the Lord, you have the truth for you. Correct? Now what a beautiful truth. You have the Lord sitting in your heart. It's Paramatma. He is your best friend. Give it to people. There's a truth. Carry this truth with you. Just like sannyasi carries danda, actually he's carrying the truth with him. Correct? And you walk, you're carrying the truth in the whole world. Imagine what a fortunate position it is. And if somebody meets you, he's very, very fortunate. But then the problem is, then you may sometimes feel, why is it that it is not like what was happening to the great acharyas? When Srila Prabhupada was personally present and when after his preaching expanded, people are waiting for a word from Prabhupada. One word. One word is enough. What Prabhupada is. When Prabhupada used to write letter, in the whole temple, everything used to stop. If somebody gets a letter, but Prabhupada letter were always generic, not just for a person. And he will read the whole letter, and whole temple will hear. Because everybody understood he has it. They used to record every conversation of Srila Prabhupada because he's carrying the truth. Correct? So now what happens, sometimes we feel, okay, I also understood Bhoktaram, Yagnadavas, I understood that. Krishna is the only enjoyer. I understood this truth. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Krishna is the only owner. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam, Krishna is the best friend of every living entity. So now I am carrying this truth. This is the truth. Gyata Mam Shanti. The whole world is looking for peace, and you have an understanding what can give the world peace. And you are traveling with the truth with you, so why don't the whole world stop and listen to you? You feel, no? Because you are not following the truth. You know the truth, but when people look at you, you are not following. Bhoktaram, you still are an enjoyer. You are not understood only Krishna is an enjoyer. Still we are trying to cheat. We are not actually following. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Still he feels so possessive of whatever small things we have. Is mine. Hey, don't touch this. Correct? We have that feeling, this belongs to me. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam. There's so much anxiety. What will happen to him? What will happen to him? Don't worry, I'll take what we can take care. Krishna is there. Take shelter of Krishna. Prabhupada did not say, you take my shelter. He said, take shelter of Krishna. He knows Krishna is the best friend. So because you are not transparent in these three principles, you say Bhoktara. Why? So okay, this question is clear. भाई मेरे को तो सच समझ आ गया, अब मैं रोड पर चलूंगा तो पूरा दुनिया रुक जाना चाहिए, है ना? सब लोग को गाड़ी चला रहा है, गाड़ी रोक देना चाहिए, बाहर आके आपको दंडवत करना चाहिए, बताओ स्वामी जी मेरे बचाओ. We feel like that sometimes, है ना? Sometimes ऐसा लगता है ना कभी, मैं रोड ट्रेन चल रही है, ट्रेन रोक दो, सब लोग बाहर आओ, सब गाड़ी आड़ी सब रोक दो. I am got the truth, I am carrying the truth. Like it happened in some religion, the messengers of God, they said, stop everything, listen, I got the truth. But what truth they got was very simple, even soul is not described. Here Paramatma is being described. Vadanti tattva vedat tattvam jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabda. The complete God has been. Prabhupada said, we have everything with us, the truth. We know that God's name, we know his address, we know his pastime, we know his family, everything we know. I know everything is there. You're carrying the truth with you. Prabhupada has given you the truth. You have with you. And not only you have with you, you have some degree of faith also. Not just some information. You have faith, it is true. But the degree of faith is what has to enhance. The degree of realization that has to enhance. Kamalum. So somebody says, I'm walking on the road, and the truck aa raha hai. Dikha tere ko? Haan, dikh raha hai. So therefore Bhagavatam says, Pashyanapi na pashyati. Yes, which is the shloka? Pashyanapi na pashyati. Anybody can tell me? Deha patte kalatradishu atmaseneshu asaswapi tasyeva nidanameva pashyanapi na pashyati. Yes? Anybody can chant this shloka? One, two, three. Itna time lag raha hai bhai?
Prabhuji, I don't remember the shloka. I can chant.
Chant. Looking at the shloka, you chant.
Yes. Deha patya kalatrishu atma sainyesva asatsvapi tesham pramatto nidhanam pashyan apina pashyati.
Pramatto, the mad person cannot see even he see. So we are saying very fortunately, okay, I understood the truth, I am carrying the truth with me. And why doesn't the whole world surrender to me? Yes, there are three, Kanishta, Madhyama and Uttama. Kanishta Adhikari, when you see, Hare Krishna, we should do that. Madhyama Adhikari, you should give Dandavat. And Uttama Adhikari, you should completely surrender. So we think, why the whole world doesn't surrender to me? Because people say Hare Krishna, only that much you are. Nectar of instruction defines what level of respect to be given at different stages. And that's natural. Somebody has understood the truth, but still addicted to sinful activities. Somebody has understood the truth, but still has, so many unwanted distractions. Correct? दिन में 6 घंटे मोबाइल में बैठा रहता है. He only deserves Hare Krishna, nothing more. He is a distracted guy. क्या है उसका value? Correct? See, Prabhupada used to say, first deserve, then desire. You want the whole world to stop and surrender to you. Bhai, suno bhai, truth hai. Lekin tu to Kanishta Adhikari. People will say, Hare Krishna. Because they are saying, he says, he knows the truth, pura din baith ke movie dekh raha hai. Pure din baith ke reel dekh raha hai. Kya hai? It's just Kanishta Adhikari, useless fellow. One level, Hare Krishna, that's enough. We don't feel like taking association from him. The next level is that he is now strictly following the spiritual master. Strictly. No more reels. He's strictly. If he gets time, he's reading Bhagavatam, he's chanting Hare Krishna. Very nicely, full day, 24 hours engaged. Then we pay obeisance to him. Next level. He has the truth, but is more firmly fixed. He's a sadhaka. Madhyamadikari is a good sadhaka. But now when the Krishna consciousness raptures within his heart, then there are various definitions of Uttamadhikari. Now he's come to that condition. And then we just surrender. So, apne ko lagta hai na, yeah, actually the reality is we should feel like this. If I go somewhere, people should take their slippers and beat me. That is a Vaishnava. Because he knows what he is doing. He knows he is cheating the Lord. He knows he is not obeying the instruction of the spiritual master. So what kind of, when I go to devotee association, everybody should get up and clap? No. Everybody should take out his slippers and beat me. And when they beat, Haridas Thakur was, when being beaten, what he was feeling? I deserve more. This is nothing. This is actually what we are at the standard. Anywhere we go, and if people take out sticks and beat me, what Haridas Thakur said, I deserve more. That's a Vaishnava. Then it's a Vaishnava. All this desire, when I go through, sometimes by Krishna's arrangement, we are respected. And a gentleman person who knows the fact, he knows I do not deserve respect, I know what I'm doing. Correct? He knows the fact. And then the respect is coming because of maybe my dress or I'm representing Prabhupada today, he passes on. Actually, he is genuinely convinced that respectable person is the Acharya, respectable person is Krishna. He knows that. He knows that. Romaharsha Asuta was giving big Bhagavatam class, but he did not show respect to Balaramji. What is he talking? I can speak so many. I am a disciple of Vedavyasa, you know what? Vedavyasa ka shishya, kya baat kar rahe? But no value. Balaramji said, get out of this body, you are useless. So we have to understand when we are not, actually I am not worthy of any respect. Therefore humility is realized. In the society what humility people show is superfluous. And we can feel it, that kind of humility. No, the humility is, therefore a person who is genuinely humble will never do swakatha. I am doing this, I did that. I am so many years in his span. Okay, but devotee kya hai? He has not become a devotee till now. I am senior devotee. He is worthy of beating, that's all. When somebody is convinced, therefore, when Parikshit Maharaj came to know he has got the death penalty, he was very peaceful. I deserve more. This is nothing. Imagine a death penalty. He was praying. So now, just imagine a small offense was made by, how much offense? A very small offense. Did he beat that sadhu? He did not beat him. Did he speak some ill word? He didn't even do that. Out of frustration because of Yogamaya, not Mahamaya. Mahamaya cannot touch a saint like Parikshit Maharaj. A trick of Yogamaya, he put a dead snake on the neck. Very small offense. What he was thinking? Krishna punished me so severely that I do not do such an offense again. That is Samika Rishi, a celebrated great saint. Prabhupada says actually both were on similar platforms only. Such a great saint, and I was on Samadhi, I took a snake and put on his neck. So I should be punished so severely that I do not do such a thing again. Not that sorry is for idiots. Sorry is not for a devotee. A gentleman devotee, a good devotee, never says sorry. Now, if that small offense he felt that he should be punished so severely and he was happy with even the death penalty, just think about us. In dunya mein ye kitne bari we have done a very big offenses, hai na? Now something happens, what do people say? Why did God did this to me? Achha. I am a good person, another illusion. We are not good people. Did Parikshit Maharaj feel like that? I am such a nice, good person. Why I am being cursed to death by a kid? No. He knows I am not good. So, therefore, humility comes when actually person is convinced of the reality. I am not a good person. Somebody says you are very nice. Please don't say that. Please do not create an illusion. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was meeting Haridas Thakur and then Haridas Thakur was interaction was going on, and Haridas Thakur was saying that I know you're going to close your pastime, so please, I want to die before you. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, wait a minute. My only happiness is your association. Why you want to leave me? So Haridas Thakur says, please do not create an illusion. You read that place. Please do not create an illusion. You have enough devotees who can sit on my head and still not an offense. I'm like just like an insect. Now he is giving an example actually. Haridas Thakur therefore is the hero of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Many people when read Chaitanya Charitamrita ask, who is the hero? The Haridas Thakur. Actually what he was saying in humility, for us it is true. We are like an insect, useless. Next life, if it is given by karmas, we are going to some body obnoxious. Only by the fortune of Srila Prabhupada chanting Hare Krishna mantra. But not that I am chanting Hare Krishna mantra, so I should go to Goloka. Krishna, why you are punishing me? You were chanting 190 wrong. That also Shuddha Nama. You are doing Nama Parada. What is the value of that? So we are so proud. We don't have genuine humility. We do not even understand where we stand actually. Correct? So try to be sincere. And there may be, respect comes, somebody says Hare Krishna. Pass on to the Acharya, pass on to Krishna. I don't deserve it. My Paramatma may be his respect. And then that develops, and then in actual humility we understand that I am so fortunate. Then the prayers will start. Once the humility starts, then the prayer starts. A proud person will never pray. You check, in a day, 24 hours, did you offer any prayer? No prayer. You are proud, useless fellow. Don't shame yourself by calling yourself a devotee. You are not a devotee. Some super kanishta maybe. Just check whether in 24 hours, did you offer a prayer to the Lord? No, you are a super kanishta. Not even kanishta, super kanishta devotee. Just a joke of a devotee, that's all. Don't hang around in the big head. You're just full of so much pride. Because of only pride, we don't pray. We do not understand our condition. When you know our real condition, pray. Srila Prabhupada was standing in front of the deity and crying and crying. So one devotee was just waiting. After Prabhupada came from the deity, Prabhupada, what were you crying? Why you were crying? And I was praying to the Lord, keep me in your service. He knows his position. He is an acharya. He knows he's never going to leave the service to the Lord. Still is teaching. That is the natural heart of a devotee. There's one remote place I was hearing Srila Prabhupada singing Jaya the Mother. Tears are coming like a bucket of water. Why? Because he's praying to the Lord. But we don't even pray once. So the best friend is sitting within your heart. First understand your position. You're nothing. Therefore, when Srila Prabhupada is taking a class, you're nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing. That's a fact. You're nothing. Then when you understand that, prayers will start. Then wonderful prayers. My Lord, what is my destination? Where I will go? What is this miserable life I am in? Please be kind to me, and be merciful to me. Srila Prabhupada has given wonderful instructions. How do I follow? Prabhupada said, if I follow this instruction, I'll go back to Krishna. What should I do, my Lord? Please be merciful to me. Then the life will become wonderful. Correct? Okay, Hare Krishna everybody. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Pranam Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Audio was clear for you?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Prabhupada ki,
Hare
Madhav ki,
Jai.
Jai.
Shri Radha Govinda ki,
Jai.
Shri Gaura Nitai ki.